Minimalist training at the moment is getting a lot of traction, and I wanted to capitalize on all of the search volume and get some views. And I also wanted to help people who want to do minimalist training. That too. So yeah, with today's video, I'm going to be giving you a minimalist training program that ranges from 1 day to 3 days a week of training. Why only 3? Because if you ask me, if you're doing more than 3 training days per week, then inherently you are not doing minimalist training anymore. So this is going to be a completely free program for 1 day, 2 day, or 3 day splits. Minimum is doing the least required to progress, and there's plenty of literature saying that 3 days a week might even be pushing that. So that's why. The program is completely free. There's no catch, there's no hidden costs or emails or anything like that. And the program is tried and tested by several of my own online clients who wanted to do minimalist training. So I'm confident it will help you as well. If you want a minimalist training program that is more tailored to you, this is just a general guideline, a general template. If you want something specific for you, your situation and your goals, you can hit the top link in the description to go to Progressive Physique Coaching, my online coaching company, or you can email me personally, ashmaypt@gmail.com for more information. So before getting into the actual program, I think it's really important to discuss what minimalistic training is so that everyone's on the same page and we know what we're getting into. Obviously, you can use the timestamps to skip straight to the program if you want to, but I don't think you should, because if you do, you might not know exactly what you're signing up for. Minimalistic training isn't going to give you your best results. It's not going to get you optimal progress, and minimalistic training is not what got me to stage here. By nature, doing the minimum amount of work is not going to maximize results, because that would require maximalist training. Minimalist training will get you the minimum results, but that is results nonetheless, and that is more than can be said for a lot of people going to the gym. In my opinion, minimalist training is essentially doing the least amount of work required to make a degree of progress towards your goal. That means that if your goal is to just maintain what you have built, your minimalist training program will look very different to somebody who is trying to get stronger at the deadlift. And if you are trying to get stronger at the deadlift, your minimalist program will look very different to somebody looking to improve their marathon time, and so on. Some people will argue and tell you that minimalist training is just about doing the 3 fundamental movements: squat, bench, and deadlift, maybe some overhead press and pull-ups in there, but I completely disagree with that, because that doesn't take into account what your minimalist training is training for. Minimalist training for marathons will make you better at marathons. Minimalist hypertrophy training will make your muscles bigger. Minimalist rock climbing training will make you better at rock climbing, but none of them will do so optimally in the best way possible. But what they will do is save you a ton of time. With a minimalist training program for building muscle, which is what we're going to go through today, you will be in the gym from 45 minutes up to 3 hours per week. That is not a lot, because if you wanted to turn that progression dial up to max with maximalist training, you could be spending upwards of 12 hours in the gym. That's 4 times the amount. Those extra 9 hours of work per week could get you, let's say, 30% more results. Is that worth it? Well, maybe. Actually, for me, I would say yes. For me, those 9 hours are worth an extra 30% of results. However, for a busy working father with kids and all of that, 70% of the results for 3 hours a week probably sounds pretty damn appealing. So that is what minimalist training is. Now that you know that, you can decide whether it's something for you. Are you okay with putting in a small amount of time for results, or do you want the biggest results regardless of the time cost? Make that decision. If it's for you, let's get into it. Next thing we need to go through is how to follow the program, and that is going to be really, really simple. If you are doing 1 day of training per week, then I want you to choose either day 1 or day 2 from the split, whichever one you like the look of most, and that is your program. Easy. If you're going to be doing 2 days of training per week, I want you to choose either day 1 or 2 and then add day 3. Again, whichever is most appealing between day 1 and 2 plus day 3. So you'll either be doing day 1 and 3 or day 2 and 3. For doing those 2 sessions a week, I want you to make sure you are getting at least 2 days rest between each of those sessions. So for a 2-day split, you could be doing either session 1 and 3 and 2 and 3, and that could be Tuesday and Friday, or it could be Wednesday and Saturday, for example. And if you are doing all 3 training sessions, then obviously you don't have to choose, you just do all 3. And I want you to make sure you are resting at least 1 day between. So that could be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it could be Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, it could be Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. As long as you're getting 1 day between each of those sessions, then you're good. Okay, so let's get into the program now, and we will break down each day, 1 day at a time. Starting with day 1, this could be your Monday workout. You're going to be having a superset between a low incline dumbbell press for 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps and a dumbbell stiff leg deadlift or Romanian deadlift, however you want to call it, again for 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. This is going to be performed as a superset, so you'll go straight from one into the next, catch your breath, then back in. Following that will be 3 sets of pull-ups performed as an AMRAP, so as many reps as possible, and you can choose the grip width and positioning that you prefer the most, but I'd recommend a mid grip overhand or a neutral grip. That is going to be supersetted with walk-in lunges, again 3 sets of 16 to 24 total steps. And then finishing off day 1 is going to be a triset, so it's 3 exercises back to back, and that is going to be push-ups for 3 sets, as many reps as possible. It will be cable bicep curls for 3 sets of 10 to 15, and dumbbell lateral raises for 3 sets of 10 to 15 again. Why the supersets and triceps? Well, this is minimalist training, but it's also efficient training. So to be as efficient, time efficient as possible, the supersets will help. Day 2, this could be a Wednesday, is going to start with 3 sets of 8 to 10 of a 45-degree back extension, weighted if you can. And that's going to be supersetted with deep deficit push-ups, 3 sets, AMRAP. Following that is going to be 3 sets of 10 to 15 on the leg press, and you're going to superset that with dumbbell upright rows. Again, 3 sets of 10 to 15. You will then be doing the lat pull down, and I want you to do 3 sets, but each set is going to change your grip. So you'll do 1 set of a wide pronated grip, you'll do 1 set of a narrow neutral grip, and we'll do 1 set of a supinated close grip. Then to finish, you're going to have an arm superset of easy bar curls and tricep pushdowns. Both of these will be 3 sets, 10 to 15. And then day 3, this could be your Friday. You'll be doing a dumbbell shoulder press supersetted with a 2-arm dumbbell row. Both of these are going to be 3 sets of 8 to 12. That will be followed by heel elevated goblet squats, 3 sets of 10 to 15, and seated leg curls, 3 sets, 10 to 15. The next superset will be a chest supported row. This can be on a bench or a machine if you have one. This will be 3 sets of 8 to 12, and then you'll have a dumbbell French press, 3 sets, 10 to 15. Then to finish off day number 3, you have got incline dumbbell curls. You are only going to do 2 sets here, but it's going to be a drop set. So you're going to do your set of 10 to 15 reps, immediately pick up dumbbells which are 30 to 50% lighter, and then do another 5 to 15 reps. You're going to do that twice. That is the complete program, day 1, 2, and 3. It will be in the description. It's also been up on the screen here whilst I've been talking, hopefully. And if you have any questions with it, drop them in the comments or email me, ashmaypt@gmail.com. Before I close out the video, I just want to go over a few things that I think are noteworthy about my training program and minimalistic training in general. So the first is that when you're doing minimalist training, you still have to adhere to the basic fundamentals. You still have to get your nutrition dialed in. You still have to get your sleep, stress, and recovery dialed in. You've still got to be training hard and close to failure with good technique. You could even argue that these things are more important with minimalist training because you are only giving your body the minimal dose to grow. So you need to make the most of that. So don't go into minimalist training thinking that it requires minimal effort. Minimal time, yes. Effort, definitely not. When you're training 12 hours a week and you're doing 30 sets of biceps, it doesn't really matter if you dick about for a few of those sets. But if you're only doing 3 sets of bicep a week, then you better be making every inch of every rep absolutely perfect. And the other thing that I want to mention is that minimalist training will eventually become maximalist training if you want to continue progressing. With my own definition of minimalist training that I mentioned earlier, doing the smallest amount of work required to make some degree of progress towards your goal. When you are super advanced at a very high level, making any progress is so extremely hard and slow that the minimum amount of work you can do to grow and the maximum amount of work you can do to grow is the same. If you are a professional bodybuilder and you need 30 sets of back training to grow your back 0.1 centimeters per year, then you have to do 30 sets to do that. Doing 29 is not going to do it. And doing 31 is not going to make it grow any faster. You need 30, you have to do 30. So when getting into all of this, you really have to keep in mind that minimalist training will only take you so far. If you're okay with that, then that is awesome and this is definitely for you. If you're not okay with that, then it's something to consider. If you have any questions about minimalist training, then you can contact me personally on ashmaypt@gmail.com, or you can look up Progressive Physique Coaching, my online coaching company, for information there. If you enjoyed the video, then make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, drop your comments and questions in the comment section below, and until the next one, see you later guys.